All right. So, I decided tonight I'm going to make some dinner. And we'll have a little fun. I'm going to take just a moment here to prepare a few things. And then we'll get right down to the business of making some food. So sit back and relax. And we'll have some fun. We'll need some of that. We'll probably want some of that. Probably. So anyway, yeah, I've been kind of busy with work and everything, but I can still do a live stream once in a while. I'm not giving any more free advertising than I have to. So, let's get this moving, I guess. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is start some noodles. And I guess there we are. It did not like that very well. Huh. Oh, the microphone's down there. All right, so you can hear me just fine right here. Let's adjust that. That looks fine for now, I guess. Anyway, go ahead and put some water in the pan. Like I say, we're just gonna cook stuff tonight. So anyway, there's the water, and I got to do something real quick, so that's just going to sit there momentarily until I can get right back to it. And let's see. Wow. Alright, that's a start. So anyway, we want to make noodles. And nobody's even here yet. That's fine. Making some noodles. Alright. So, do that. My oven's over there. I think that's a pretty good setup. We'll take a spoon about that size. You'll add some of your favorite base or whatever. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. And that'll go over on your skillet. On the burner. Whatever. Get some heat moving. Seems fine. These go in later. And that can go back in the fridge. The next thing we're going to do is take our cheap food. This happens to be so just to show you, you can make good food of this type any way you want. We're gonna do some pieces. Whatever is good for you. I'm gonna have leftovers. Obviously, I'm not really vegan, I guess. So, yeah, we can do it that way, I guess. Also, when you're warming the food up, don't forget your oil. And it'll go right in there. Cast iron is great, because you can do a lot of cool things with it. So, that's the wrong burner. I'm a genius. I don't care. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. When you turn the knobs, make sure you turn the right knob. Otherwise, you'll end up like me and heat an empty pot that's got some oil burned to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it smokes a little bit because stuff likes to spatter, you know. So anyway, that'll take a while to thaw. That's fine. Obviously, I'm going to make some rice with this. And it just so happens that if I take this cup right here and fill it with the rice, that's about right. You can use whatever kind of rice you want. It all comes out about the same. I happen to like white rice because it's cheap. But, you know, you can use whatever kind of rice you want. You're also going to add some water. About 4 cups. In fact, you may want a little more, depending on how long you intend to cook it. Now, what I also like to do is get everything else ready. The noodles, they're going to go in the thing. So I'm just going to put them over by there. Come back to it whenever I feel like. Let's see here. I'm going to use that for that. These things are pretty cool. My neighbor lady, she's moving. And I've got a whole set of them over there. You might be able to see. Yeah, on the other side of the fridge. And these are melamine. They're from like the 60s, I think. Manufactured by Echo. Water stains. Oh well. And they're pretty high quality stuff. They're pretty cool. So anyway, while we're waiting for everything to warm up, we want to get everything else ready. And a lot of times what I'll do is, I know I'm going to add some of this at the end. Oh, I don't have everything I need there. So I'll have to get that added as well. I'm making chicken, so I want all this, I think. And we'll come right back to it, like that. All right, and that's all I need to worry about for now. Which is good, because I don't want to work very hard tonight. So, again, this is a very simple, easy meal you can set up. Doesn't take much effort. Doesn't cost very much. And it's really good. So the seasonings I like to use are the sesame seeds, because they give everything a really good flavor. These are raw, hulled sesame seeds. I really enjoy oregano in a lot of things. I'll probably use some of that. Dill is one of my favorite things, so I like to add a lot of it. Rosemary gives a good flavor. It's kind of like sage. It's one of the 2 flavors you notice in sausage quite a bit. curry, I might use that tonight. And of course the parsley. So we'll see how that goes down. I've also got chili powder, poultry seasoning, because it has a few things that don't keep fresh here. Mostly the sage and the mustard powder. I don't really care for mustard, but mustard powder is alright in some things. You add extra garlic, because you always want garlic. And the red pepper, my bad, that's chili powder. And the black pepper, because you want spice. Food is boring if you don't add things to it. So you got your rice, and like I say, this is about a 2-cup mug, and this is about 4 cups of water. They'll mix together, and you throw them right in there. And let's see, we're getting somewhere there. Kick that up a little bit so you can see more, I guess. So you can hear the noodles are about to get ready. Yeah, those will take a while to heat up. That's fine, you've got all the time in the world and you need it for the noodles. So let's see here. And there we go. Now we just wait a minute for everything to get ready and have ourselves some fun. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and get some music going to make everything interesting. We'll see how it goes. Again, tonight I'm making noodles and chicken with some rice. And it's going to be really tasty. I've got some music rolling in the background. Another neat thing I can show you, I guess, is the green screen I made the other day. I've actually got it hanging there so I can use it as a backdrop whenever I feel like. I don't really need that in the way, I guess, but oh well, nothing hurts. So that way, whenever I feel like it, I can drop it and just do the broadcast in front of it and then have things behind me. Like a real person or something. So, while we're waiting here, I guess, I showed you guys the Dymo labeler earlier, but nobody came to that stream because I pick really odd hours to stream. So with that in mind, I mean, these things are pretty cool. If you've never seen one that's an Etch-a-Sketch. And you turn the knob and it goes one way or the other. Turn it this way, turn it that way. You can make, you know, pictures out of it. You can make a sine wave graph if you feel like it. Again, we're just waiting for the food to warm up so that I can keep cooking. And then when you're done, you just shake it up and it's done. Etch-a-Sketch is neat. It's full of aluminum powder, I think. This one's a few years old now. Also, since we're talking about cooking, here's something you also will want to keep handy whenever you can. Is a knife sharpener. This one actually will let you adjust the cut angle as well, the sharpening angle. So for example, I have my favorite knife I like to use right here. And if it needs sharpening, just give it a few tweaks. You've got the fine side there. And then your knife is all sharp and ready to go. And it'll cut through just about anything. So for example, Here's a piece of cardboard, and it doesn't have any problem with it at all. It's a good way to keep your utensils good and in shape. And now, we've got the noodles are boiling. The water anyway. So you're going to add some to it. About, I don't know. Sure, why not? The whole thing. Now everybody cooks theirs different, but that's how I cook mine. And that's how we know we're good. So once that's rolling, we'll kick that down a little bit so it doesn't get too crazy. And away you go. Yeah, cooking is one of my favorite things to do. And I apologize if anybody's typing or anything. I don't know that I'm seeing it. But, you know, everything's probably fine. So let's see. Oh, there are some neat things I can do. Show them? Yeah, everything's showing. That's fine. Oh. I can, that's kind of funny. Let's go through and see what all I can do with this. The app is actually pretty neat. Can make everything look different. Make it look like 8mm film. Alright, this is a documentary. Sepia, that looks kind of cool, but you don't really get anything. That's a neat filter. I like that. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, let's leave it on that one for a minute. Because now we're getting somewhere. Over here. And, yeah. Flip those over a little bit. This is getting carried away. So we'll kick that up a hair more. You can't see anything though. That's stupid. That's better. So anyway, the noodles are getting a little too hot. So we'll kick them down a little further. And the thing with noodles is you're just going to leave them set for 20 or 30 minutes. And they smell pretty good already. But we never leave anything alone. So we're going to add a little garlic. Right in there. The rosemary gives it a really good flavor. So we're going to add some. Yeah, you guys can see that all right. I also like to add just a little bit of dill. And away we go. Noise. Huh. That's an interesting thing. It disconnects me when I go to something else in the app. That's fine. Again, we're just doing some cooking here, so, you know, nothing mission critical, I guess. A little bit of that. Some chili powder. Yeah, the light's kind of annoying, I guess. But oh well. That's all I want in there for now. So, there we go. But anyway, that gives you an idea how it is. I'm going to add the rice here in a bit when the chicken gets done cooking. Add the water in, let it simmer down. And that'll be the end of it. So, that's enough live streaming for today, I guess. Everybody's busy because it's Labor Day. Just figured I'd give it a shot. If you enjoy this and you're watching it later, leave a comment or leave a thumbs up or whatever. And maybe I'll do this kind of thing more often. Thank you all for tuning in.